Raceway final here. Little Rumble Series is all that's left. The final race here, the 27th. Fixing to do, as you can see, we're set up for the banquet. Right after this race is over with, we're going to have the racers, whoever wins, line up in front of the podium, have a celebration with them, see their final thoughts as we give away prizes and stuff like that for our Little Rumblers. And then, of course, coming up after that, we are going to have the L&P Thunder, our main event, ladies and gentlemen, main event. So definitely stick around and make sure you're going to watch that, because that's going to be our biggest celebration. Of course, you can see here tonight, got the new L&P Thunder shirt on here at Lanes Raceway. All of our racers have got their shirts. We gave them just as soon as they got here. Hopefully they'll wear them for the race tonight. That's what we're hoping anyways, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens. But right now we're going to, well, as soon as I get this fixed, my mouse is acting funny. We are going to move over and have a few words with our racers. Oops, I did it again, folks. I have a few words with our racers before we get started here. And I'll be right back with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see I'm here right now with Action Jackson, one of our front runners here for the Little Rumble Series. Now, Jackson, this is the final race of the season. Are you believing that you're going to be able to hang on to this and hold on to that final spot, or do you think Carson's got a chance to come back and get you?
He ain't going to win, bro. I promise. I'm just going to hold on to it, and I'm going to celebrate so big tonight.
So you're going to celebrate with that big check. You don't think that Carson has one chance whatsoever to come and get you in this at all? You're not even nervous one bit?
No, not really. I'm feeling way better than I did last race, and let's hope I can beat Jay tonight. So.
Well, let me ask you this in the Little Rumble. If you are to win tonight, the big check, hoisting it up, and it's full-blown celebration, are you going to select the car or the controller?
Car.
The car for the Little Rumble. Okay. All right. Well, anybody else want to have any words before we start the race? All right. Weston, holding true to the third position here. Dalton actually in the race here tonight. He's going to finish his fifth race, so you're going to have to hold Dalton off. Or you think you're going to be able to hold Dalton off to capitalize on that third position, get 6 months free track time here at Lanes Raceway?
Negative.
Negative, huh? Okay. What confidence we have in these Little Rumblers. Hopefully that change. If nobody else has anything to say, we're fixing to jump right into this race here. And the next time you'll see us out here, of course, will be in celebration when we pass out big checks and everything else. So stay tuned. We're going to get the race started, get our track marshal out here ready to go. Hopefully the race is ready. You want to say something, Carson? All right, Carson, what do you want to tell the folks out there tonight?
I'm at least going to try and get first place in this race. I'm going to try and if I don't get second, if I don't get first place, I'm at least going to make it difficult for Jackson.
Good, Carson. That's what we want to hear at Lanes Raceway. Somebody always trying to come up. And Carson definitely does have a shot here if he gets a nice replace of a race about maybe unseating Jackson. I know Jackson's very, very confident in his racing technique here. But anybody can be dethroned. Would you agree?
Yes.
So hopefully we got some good racing here coming up for you here at Lanes Raceway. Stay tuned. It's going to be a battle between Carson and Jackson here tonight, and also Dalton and Weston for third place, because if you're not in third place or any of the podium, first, second, or third, you don't get nothing here in the Little Rumble. But maybe Weston can hang on to it. We'll see. He's very doubting himself. Hopefully he'll change that as we progress through. But stick tuned with us here. We'll be starting the race. You see the cars out here right now ready to go. And we'll go back in the booth and we'll get this started underway. All right, folks, back here in the booth, as we see our racers getting ready to go out there and do their best. We can see here right now in the current standings, Jackson in the lead by 80 laps to Carson. Weston there, he's down by several, but Dalton's going to finish his 5th race here tonight. We'll see if it'll be enough to even compete with Weston, but who knows, really. About 400 laps or so is about what they can get, and he's sitting right at 1,500 right now. So it'll be pretty close between him and Weston. We'll just have to wait and see what takes place as we continue on. All of our racers looks like they're lining up. We're going to go ahead and get them ready to go. To do a quick change here, getting everything set back. We just previously had, you've probably seen on our Facebook, another little practice race for the upcoming Dirt Late Model Series here at Lanes Raceway, and it was a success. So far, 1 car undefeated as we just finished that race up. Pretty good little turn of events. All right, racers, go to your marks. We're getting this baby ready to go. Randy Kirtley there turning the track off, I believe. It's we are live track this series. Next series, of course, you guys know we are not going to be live tracking. It's going to be instant on, instant off button presses so that the power is back in the racers' hands. All right, racers, here we go. Everybody up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, watch your lights. It's race time. All right, here we go, folks. 4 red lights going to drop out to green. We're going to get this little rumble underway. Going to show you guys what these guys are racing for. It's right here behind me. You can kind of see the R right there to the right of me. Here it is, folks. Big checks here at Lanes Raceway. Big trophies. Somebody's going to be crowned king here at Lanes Raceway for the Little Rumble. Excited, very excited. Been excited all week long for this. Been very timid. As you can see, we're getting ready to have food coming in here shortly. It's going to be a good feast here for all of our racers, Little Rumble, Rookie Rumble, and LMP Thunder Series racers. Chat live right now currently on Twitch and YouTube. Facebook, maybe. I'm not going to say 100%, but if you guys want to chime in and have anything to say, to our little rumblers here, definitely come in and check it out. Also, not to mention, you see Amani back out there with the guys right now. He's just filling in a number, having a little good time himself. We appreciate Amani doing the giveaway that he did last week for the guys, getting them ready for the up-and-coming Dirt Late Model Series. Amani Baxter right now out in the lead with 30 laps, followed by Carson, Weston, and Jackson all on the same lap. Dalton there, just 1 lap behind on that. We'll see how things progress. A nice little coast there from the Batmobile of Amani on blue. 45 seconds left to go before we do a rotation here. You hear the snapping of the pinball. Big Daddy 3 in action now, ladies and gentlemen. He's been kind of dormant as he's been racing on a lot of VR here at Lanes Raceway in our VR competitions. But he done told me the other day he's coming with a vengeance. So all those that are trying to dethrone Big Daddy 3 in the #1 position here on the pinball machines, you better come and step up your game, because he's awakened from slumber. He's done with his hibernation. He's back live for the next 10 days as our pinball tournament continues to go live. 36 seconds left to go here on the first heat. Amani, the leader, followed by Carson with 34, Jackson with 34, and Weston with 33. What the guys are going to be racing for beside the check, show you guys. What's up, Greg? Here's one of the main prizes, and this was actually gifted from fellow racer Bruce Bullington on LMP Thunder Series. This is a Neo 17 bands here, both sensitivity and brake, and also a 4-inch car. Yeah, if they pause the track, it'll stop and revert back. That's strange. Really? Well, they're going to get a little extra laps, I guess. I'm glad it's working now. I just got information that maybe the track wasn't continuing on second for second. But nonetheless, 13 seconds left to go here in the first round robin heat. And it looks like everything's going pretty good so far. But Amani out in the lead, 54 laps, followed by Weston, Carson, and Jackson, 47 laps. And Dalton there with 45 as we get a red flag rotation. 3-minute heat change. And I'm going to leave you guys here with the current standings just so that can kind of get drilled into your mind. Be right back with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back. 4 red lights drop out to a green, and we're going.
You catch me out.
All right, folks, sorry about that. Right back, had to be with the customer there for a second. 26 seconds left to go. Amani out in the lead down low, 102. Jackson, 88, taking second place. Weston with 88. And Dalton with 86 coming up, taking over Carson there. Carson battling for his racing career here. Hopefully he can make a turnaround here in the Little Rumble. As we'll get those, excuse me, a little bit of indigestion here, folks. As we'll hopefully get those swapped up pretty good. Got a red flag rotation. We'll go over here to the track mate here real quick and take a look at these scores here. We can see on average, Amani's truck really flying, 56.5 on average. Of course, he's running down low compared to everybody else. You see everybody else on the, everybody else on the upper portion of the track. Amani down here down low, been able to turn some of the higher laps here. 113 is his total laps. Jackson, though, up high, turning in the upper 40s to 50 right there, 51 actually. And Weston there right on his heels. Dalton, too, with a 50 and a 45, doing quite well. Carson, 45, 48, he's running real high. Doing quite well there with a 48 on white, though. A couple laps better there than Weston. As we can see, 45 or 47.5, 47.5, 46.5, and 49 at Jackson. A couple laps higher than everybody else. But we'll see how things shape up. I know Jackson's hungry. He definitely wants it, folks. We'll see if he can capitalize on that by the ending here. As we can see the racers here through the banquet cam here, several of them just getting their cars put back on. A minute and 45 seconds before we go back green racing. I'll leave you here with the pinball scores and see you soon. All right, folks, 10 seconds left to go before we go back green racing. We see our racers getting to their current spots here. We got Carson up here, or no, it's Weston. Weston up here on the high banks portion of the track there on red. We're going to see full red lights drop out to a green. We're going racing. But man of the hour right now, Jackson there on blue, about to enter the crook of the track, and the other two right there at the exit of Dead Man's Corner. As we go, a little bit of a stall there on purple by Dalton, as Dalton causes a little bit of an incident there by Amani there on the bottom lane. Whether or not he's got her hooked up right, I do not know. As we go back green race, and we can see Jackson there, our current second place, holding off what he can from down low by the Batmobile of Amani. Amani really cranking it in, as we can see him go make the pass down low on purple by Dalton, but then getting involved, his back end gets swervy just a little bit as him and Dalton get involved in a little bit of an altercation. Going back green racing down low yet again. Amani Baxter making that nice smooth clean pass there on Dalton. Dalton kind of letting up a little bit. 1.996 is the best lap from Amani Baxter right now, out in the lead with a 2.04 median lap turned, about 0.2 faster than anybody else on the mark. 2.23 of Jackson right now as a median, and a best lap of 2.147. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go. Weston and Dalton right now tied up, lap for lap. Weston up high on red, exchanging right now with Dalton. Dalton there on purple lane with 121. Carson also 121. It's a battle for third place, folks. We'll see what happens. Jackson there, he's kind of in no man's land there. We'll see if he can make up some of those laps as he progresses down towards the bottom of the track. Right now, Amani's got it made down on black, making nice smooth transitions here, making clean passes through Dead Man's Corner. 32 seconds left to go as we get ready to see who's going to capitalize as Amani moves up to the yellow lane coming up next. Of course, the blue lane of Jackson now heading downfield will be on purple next. So Jackson's going to be able to try to compete a little bit there with Amani. We'll see if he can do it. Right now doing quite a well job. Only 2 laps down difference from Amani on the lead with 52 total laps on black. 6 seconds left to go. Amani Baxter, your leader at the end of round robin heat 3, 169 total laps. Followed by Jackson with 152 and Dalton 146. So go over here, look at the current track mate. We can see those averages moving up for Jackson. 50.7 to Amani's 56.3. Dalton there, 48.7. And a tie between Carson and Weston, 47.7, 47.7 on average. And their laps are tied up with 143. We'll see how the progress goes with these guys. But we can see Dalton there turning 51 laps on purple. About 6 laps down from our current leader, Amani. But we'll see about Jackson here. 54, only 2 laps down from Amani. It seems like Jackson's car is coming alive a little bit as we continue on. Leaving you guys here with the current pinball scores. Don't forget, the end of the pinball tournament for this month is September the 6th. And it's getting pretty lively here right now down here at Lanes Raceway on some pinball action. Don't forget to hit the yellow button and compete with the rest of these fine pinball players. We'll be right back with you. All right, folks, we're back. 3 seconds to go, and we see Jackson frantically trying to get his car put on there. He better get there quick, folks. 4 red lights drop out to a green, and there is no stoppage because of lack of getting your car on. We are going right now. Jackson on the outside of Dalton, making a nice clean pass as his brother lets him go past. Jackson running for the lead as one's up on their lid like a tortoise. And that's Dalton coming off our current third place runner. 1 lap ahead of Carson and 2 laps ahead of Weston. 3 laps, excuse me. Right now, currently, we have the prizes out on the table, and we're excited to give those out. But first, we must have the podium celebration at the end of this race. So we're excited to, of course, get the check rolled out. Y'all just bear with us a little bit as we get that stuff done in here. We'll leave you with the current standings as we calculate all that up on the fly and before we end the stream for Little Rumble. And once we get that all calculated up on the fly to see who our winner is, you'll know just as soon as we go live. So we'll pop right out of the current standings into the celebration. And of course, we'll do third, second, and then first. Excuse me. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. Sorry about that yawn, folks. It's been a long night and a long day of hard work preparation for this banquet we're fixing to have. Amani out in the lead with 190, holding it down. Jackson there with 174, trying to get some more laps in as he does the best. Oh, nice little brake check there from Jackson instead of just ramming the cars. Going 3 wide down in Dead Man's Corner. He makes a nice, easy pass on the inside. As 2 cars come off, I believe that's Amani and Carson getting caught up in a little bit of an altercation there. Nonetheless, back rolling. Amani with the best lap. Well, I take that back. Jackson with the best lap with a 2.032, followed by Amani with a 2.111. Best median is Jackson with a 2.15 and Amani with a 2.16. These guys are heel and toe on each other. It's going to be a close battle between Amani and Jackson, I have a feeling, before the end of this is done, as we now are 4 lanes in, and we're going to be needing 4 more lanes. We're going to see Amani roll to the outside a little bit higher. Carson, Weston, and Dalton, all 3 battling for 3rd place there, as they're about 10 laps down from Jackson in 2nd, but they are about 1 or 2 laps difference from all 3 of each other. So we'll see how that turns out. As we can see some pretty stiff competition. Carson, of course, needing to place higher than Jackson currently for there to be any real change to take place for 1st place. But there still is an opportunity for Dalton to make a move on 3rd place against Weston. So we'll see how that happens as we progress through on this race. A lot of things can change. A lot of math can change, I guess you would say. So we want to make sure and get the numbers right before we come back out here and announce our winners. Currently, there's only 1 winner, but announce our finishers. Let me put it that way. We'll have a 2nd and 3rd place finisher, but 1 winner will be crowned 1st place, taking home that big, beautiful check and their choice of a Neo 17 controller or from DeFalco or a 4-inch car of their choosing. And a hard dive bomb from Dalton as he drove it as hard as he could there on the inside, not even lifting, trying to cause maybe a wreck there. Who knows? But it was a hard hit. Just drove bomb down through the bottom section of the track there. 13 seconds left to go in this round robin 4 of 8. My wife quickly getting cars put back on, just getting the money put back on there as Jackson runs on the inside, dive bombing. Monty making a smart move of letting off. Quad zeros show us to a red light rotation as we move to the track mate to take a look at these current lap times. 56.2 on average of Amani. 4 laps on average better than Jackson currently. We see Jackson tying up one of these lower lanes here with Amani, 57 total laps. There may be a change in black. We'll see how well Jackson runs black as we continue on in this race. Carson now in 3rd place, solidifying it by about 5 laps. So he's got a pretty nice little cushion going into the next heat. Dalton, on the other hand, down by 5 laps, but he's still not out of it, folks. We'll see how things change as we progress. Leave you guys with the current standings. We'll be right back with you. All right, 12 seconds before we go back racing. We see Jackson in the upper right-hand portion of your screen there with Carson. Jackson definitely taking this serious, folks. He's ready to win. He wants that interview coming up next as we finish up the Little Rumble Series here at Lanes Raceway. 3 months rolling, folks. 3 months rolling. These kids have been putting their heart out since June. 1 minute and 55 seconds left to go. Jackson with 212 total laps there on black. Dalton going to get his 5th race here tonight. We'll see where he finishes up. Weston there, going to have to do a little bit more battling. He's just fresh off of a race, though. He might be a little bit fatigued of running the old circle track here. I don't know. But Weston has been pretty much battling the past couple races, having a little bit of bad luck. Of course, last week him and Jackson both wasn't feeling too well. So we get a flip right out of the lane there on the black lane of Jackson as we get 3 or so cars coming off just full speed. Minute 15 seconds left to go. Boys are falling apart, it looks like, as they're wrecking almost every lap here on the exit of Dead Man's Corner. This could be a result of just simply fatigue. I don't know, but they've been practicing a little bit before they started racing. But then again, it could just be that they're trying to battle each other so hard and so close that they're just wrecking each other intentionally. I don't really know currently. Almost maybe upset that not all of them can be on the podium, maybe doing some wrecking, but they are definitely not letting off. There we go. Now they're finally getting back into some smooth roads, but Jackson comes off hard there, gets hooked there on black lane. 44 seconds left to go, so we got several cars here off. Carson getting shot to the outside walls. They go for a cluster up yet again. Jackson dive bombing down low there on black lane. We'll see if he can hold it. Kind of keeping his space there from Carson as we go to get Dalton's car put back on. Dalton there on yellow lane having a little bit of issues. .31 seconds left to go. Round robin 5 of 8. Coming up next at 5:30, LMP Thunder Series here at Lanes Raceway. Also, don't forget, October 1st, the start of our new 4 Crowns Battle Series here at Lanes Raceway. 4 crowns. 1 crown for LMP, or 1 crown for Wing Car, 1 crown for Fairview IT Cup NASCAR Series, 1 crown for Dirt Late Model, and 1 crown for IndyCar. Whoever has the most points out of all 4 series will be crowned king of Lanes Raceway. That is a quad 0 ending this heat. Take over to TrackMate. Not to mention, you can go to our website now and sign up for any of these series, including the new GRC series coming up. Just check mark, put your name, number, or name and email address, and check mark all of them that apply, and we'll get you posted up on Facebook, getting you involved into our next series here, October 1st. Monty Baxter out in the lead, 276 with an average of 55.2, followed by Jackson with a 52.4, 49.4 on average for Carson, and then a tie up for Weston and Dalton with 47.2. I'll leave you guys with the current pinball scores. We'll be right back with you. All right, 7 seconds left to go before we go back green. Do I need to pause it for you, T?
7 seconds? Yeah.
Okay. One moment, racers. One moment. Go ahead. Here we go. All right. 4 red lights drop out to a green. Had to pause her there for a second to let my track marshal get out there. My wife currently track marshaling and running the register here at Lanes Raceway simultaneously, so that we can bring you this coverage here of the Little Rumble, the last final race here. As we get a shot car to the outside wall, that's Weston going hard into the high banks portion of the corner as he gets the stiff boot from Carson. Carson trying to make up and try to catch up with Jackson here, really putting forth an effort here. Hopefully he can catch up and make it somewhat interesting between these final racers. Sorry, folks, tired. Been exhausted the past couple days. A lot to get prepared for. Had a late night last night, so we had several racers. We had some lawn chairs out here racing a little bit of Eldora there on the simulator last night. Several people battling it out for that for the monthly. And, of course, I had to tune in and watch some of these guys battle it out. Of course, you might know some of them. Garrett Burden and his brother Camden. And also Big Daddy 3 himself, Glenn. You see him in the upper left-hand portion there, sporting the brand-new late model LMP Thunder shirt by Lanes Raceway. 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go. Monty Baxter still out in the lead, 293 laps. Can he hang on to it as Jackson down low on yellow with 282? Carson there in third place with 269, Dalton with 257, and Weston with 256. The track being instant on, these guys really got to be on cue. I didn't get it changed back to the delay like we once had. For some reason or other, it didn't take early on. But once the car gets on, it's going green, folks. This heat and 2 more, and that's the end, folks, of our LMP, or our Little Rumble series here at Lanes Raceway. .58 seconds left to go. Right now, our best lap turned is by Carson with a 2.009 and a median of 2.09. You can see Carson there in the black shirt on the far end of the track. Very, very serious right now as he's trying to capitalize and make a few of those laps up to catch Jackson here. Jackson and the rest of the guys kind of cutting up and having a good old time. My wife with quick hands getting those cars put back on really quick. Oh, and a hard stiff shot to the outside of the wall there given by Carson. And that is another lane rotation, red flag rotation here at Lanes Raceway. 3 minutes, and we'll be right back with you. Going to leave you with the current standings. All right, sorry about that, folks. Had to get some stuff prepped for whenever we have our celebration there, and I was just now able to do it. I forgot that we was running Little Rumble before it was the LMP series, so we're sharing one camera there, and I had to get that moved over. So I'll be doing a little bit of work here and there to get set up for the celebration. 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go. We are round robin 7 of 8 right now currently. And I'm developing a little bit of a headache here. I don't know what it is. 4:09. Food should be getting here pretty shortly. Probably get it right after we have our Little Rumble celebration here. 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go. I don't know what we're waiting on here. Going back racing, we see Jackson now taking over the lead from Amani. Amani there with 326. I don't know how we've had this change of things happen here, but he's only got 6 laps turning this heat for some reason. Maybe had an issue with his car or something. Jackson out in the lead with 339 total laps. A median of a 2.254. The best median out there, best lap right now is a 2.063 by Weston on black. 55 seconds left to go in the heat. All of the guys making car noises out there. The reels. These kids really do love some slot car racing. It just brings a smile to my heart watching these kiddos. I'll tell you what, I've grown very, very close to each one of these kids. Been trying to encourage them to work on their own cars today. Kind of got a little short with them about their wanting to get their cars and stuff fixed. And I said, you know, guys, it's been all season long. It's about time you guys figured it out, you know. We got to get these guys ready for whenever we move into other series. Now, they can more than welcome to join right back into the GRC series again, and we hope they do. But GRC series is considered the rookie series. So, you know, we want them to step up, go a little bit faster cars and stuff like that. But to be able to do that, they're going to have to learn how to work on these cars a little bit and take it a little bit more serious than they do. Leave you guys with the current standings as I go out here. Actually, you know what? You guys can watch me work a little bit instead. I'm going to go out here and try to fix this camera, and I'll be right back with you. All right, back to the races. Man can work out of a sweat doing something like that. Looks like we need just a little bit more work on that camera angle, but other than that, I think everything's working out pretty good. 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go. Just starting this baby as we get a 3 wide car pile up here. Monty, Carson, and Dalton getting involved in an incident. All the boys come in there and said, "Did you like it when we went meow, meow, meow?" And I said, "Yeah, I did. I thought it was quite funny." Had to clear them all out of here, though. They was keeping me from coming back in here quick. They love to come in here, folks, after a heat's over with. Woo, what a narrow miss there. Carson coming around there, hauling the mail, narrowly missing Dalton there. One minute and 29 seconds left to go. We got Jackson out in the lead. Carson, Weston, and Dalton. If this is the way it stays, folks, no question asked. You've seen the standings. They're in this order. So if it stays this way, you guys know that's what it is. First through fourth for our Little Rumble Series. .48 seconds left to go. Amani doing some catch-up work here if he can. 4 laps separates him from Carson as Carson's wanting to dive on, take that second position. Amani, of course, having trouble last heat. And Weston there, just right behind him by about 3 laps. Dalton up on red lane, suffering the tragic defeat of being up so high. Several cars down lower than him, making that big move. A lot of animal noises coming out from the kiddos out there. Might have to implement the energy drink ban again on these kiddos as they're getting a little wild out there. 17 seconds left to go in the final heat here at Lanes Raceway. Six seconds left to go. As soon as this is over, folks, I'm going to leave you guys with the current standings. We're going to do a little intermissionary work, make sure all the laps and stuff are right. As soon as we're ready to go back live, you'll join us for the celebration for these kids. And I'll have them a little bit of something to say, I'm sure, and what they believe and think about Lanes Raceway and the Little Rumble. And that's it, folks. So at the end of that heat, we got Jackson taking home the win there with 418 laps, followed by Monty 399, 398 of Carson, 398 of Weston. So we look there, the difference from Weston to Carson. Yep, they took their cars. But nonetheless, that's our current standings. Going to leave them there with you. I'll be right back with you. All right, folks, we have now come up with what you already know. So Jackson is going to win it, followed by Carson in second place and Weston. I kind of just spoiled the surprise. I've got a lot of stuff going on here, folks. I'm sorry about that. But we're going to talk to our third place here just shortly. My wife, you see her getting stuff set up out there, getting ready to do this. It's kind of a weird moment. All our food and stuff's coming in right now. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to talk to the guys, and I'll be right back here after we get done talking to them. And then we're going to do our first place celebration for Jackson. All right, third place, Weston. If you would come up here. Let me lay this to the side here. A lot of stuff going on at once, folks. Weston, as you can see, this is what Weston's bringing home. It's a goat cart that was supplied to us, a Flexi 2 by Jay Latham. So we appreciate Jay Latham giving that to third place. Weston, you're getting 6 months of track time here, finishing bronze, third place in the podium. How do you feel about Lanes Raceway and your experience so far here with the Little Rumble?
I feel pretty good. It's nice and fun.
Well, do you got anything you want to say about maybe upcoming series, what your plans are for the future as you progress as a racer here at Lanes Raceway?
I'm going to run the late model race, and that's probably about it.
All right, sounds good. Well, man, we appreciate it. Thank you for having fun with us here at the Little Rumble. Hopefully we'll see you in the next GRC series too. Second place, we have Carson. Our first place, Jackson, as you know, has opted to take a car this season. So you're, let me actually show that to the camera here and the folks. This was given by Bruce Bullington in our LMP Thunder series here. It's a Neo 17 controller, value of about $160. That's going to second place for Carson in the Little Rumble series. Carson, how do you feel about the Little Rumble series for rookie racers as a whole? Do you think it's a good starting platform for racers?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, how do you feel coming up to this last race here? Did it feel like you had a chance? Or did it feel like maybe that you were just a little bit behind Jackson when it come to whether it be skill or car?
I would say I'm a little behind Jackson, and this last race was definitely like more fun than the others.
Well, that's good. I know you guys were out there making a lot of noise. Carson, I appreciate you coming and joining us here for the Little Rumble series. Hopefully we'll check you out in another series also. But we're going to move on in our main celebration here, but we're going to have a quick word here with Jackson, our first runner. Jackson, how does it feel to be a winner here at Lanes Raceway?
Pretty good, not gonna lie.
All right. Well, Jackson, we're going to have you go ahead and you up in front of the podium, and we're going to start bringing this stuff over. We're going to have a few more words here with you as we hit you with the celebration. All right, here we are. It's been a long battle, 3 months in the waiting here, Jackson. I'm here to offer you this big check as a trophy for you. Getting dusted by a big bunch of confetti. Congratulations. We both got hit with that. I'm going to crown you king of the Little Rumble here at Lanes Raceway. Jackson, how do you feel?
Pretty good, man.
All right. Well, Jackson, let me ask you a question, man. We see that you got yourself that was probably a bad idea, wasn't it? We see we got you a 4-inch car here getting ready to go into the next series. Yeah, that was a bad idea, that confetti, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, anyways, it's always fun here on stream anyway. What do you want to say to all your fans out there that are watching?
Wait till the next series.
Wait till the next series. So is that the Rookie Rumble here tonight? All right. Well, you got anything else you want to say?
Shout out all to my fans.
Shout out to all his fans, everybody. Well, hoist that baby high. Or Sid's going to get a picture of you here. Hoist that thing high. You're the king of Lanes Raceway for the Little Rumble Series here in our summer series. Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah.
If you want, you can take my stuff over here. I'm going to have cleanup work to do. Woo! Folks, I'm going to have a lot of cleanup work to do before we start our Rookie Rumble Series. That little glitter bomb there is something big. As you can see, me and Jackson completely coated in it. Well, you can't see right yet, but you can see me now. But I am coated in it, folks. I got it all over me. But thank you guys for tuning in for the Little Rumble. Stay tuned. We'll be coming back live 5:30 for the LMP Thunder Series race here at Lanes Raceway. God bless you.